Build Pioneers, a series where the viewers become the protagonists. Each week I pick a weapon and you guys have to brainstorm the weirdest build that actually works for the weapon. Every Wednesday I try your weapon live on my stream and with whatever build you sent me, and then I rank it depending on its originality and effectiveness. So before this episode begins, I have a confession to make because I fucked up. I fucked up before on Build Pioneers, but I skipped the build because you see this shit right here. This shit. That's a build, apparently. And I didn't know. There are Chinese letters here with a China #1 .mp4 video. And I say this. So apparently this is a build. Going to Google Translate and translating, it just says, if you translate this, you are gay. So that is great. Now let's see. Wow, you even used copyrighted music on your showcase. Let's fucking go. Bro. Hey, I understand that Divine is not the smartest person. But the point of this was you're not allowed to use any buffing Warframe of subsume abilities. And you are using Empowered Quiver Ivara. I am still down to test his build because he complained about it to me, but at the same time, I can't use your Ivara build. Do you know why? Because Empowered Quiver is a buffing ability. I'm sure I can use these. I don't mind that, but like, what? Alright, so this is Divine's build. He has a rank 8 Spectral Serration, which, I'm not gonna do. I don't have... do I have a second one? I don't know if I have a second one. I don't. So I'm not gonna do that, obviously. It just hasn't maxed it, it's whatever. But we have a crit focused gas build. And because I don't have a crit at this, I'm just using my Raven, which is critical damage, multi-shot, and damage, which is probably better. Saying this though, I don't really know how you're gonna get more consistent crit than that, sorry. Especially when you don't have Arcane Avenger. His Arcanes are Acceleration and Crepuscular, and he's using an Invis. So what you can do, or what I'm gonna do, is if I go to my Wisp build, my regular Wisp build, I can simply use the Elf mode and abuse the passive in order to proc Crepuscular and Spectral Serration, because it does work like that. Let's see if Divine's build actually works. We're gonna go into the Void. But holy, like I said on the rules, no buffing Warframes. Guy posts fucking Ivara with Ivara 3 on its own. It has extra headshot damage. That's a buff. That's a buffing ability on its own. But then you also had, like, when I saw Empowered Quiver, I was like, nah, this guy's not real. So right now we're gonna do a test. So you see top right, I have Spectral Serration Crepuscular. If I shoot, yes, I lose it, but if I jump again, it will enable before it explodes. So that's what we want. So this is the actual build of it. A gas crit variant of the Proboscis Cernos. Because I have an Adarza right now, this actually works. The Adarza buff is gone. So let's see on these enemies. One. Yeah, honestly, I can dig this. This is okay. So whenever Cat's Eye procs, this is extremely good. If Cat's Eye is not proc, this is straight up just good. Like with Cat's Eye, I'm getting 50k gas procs, which are very powerful. And without Cat's Eye, I'm getting 4k or something, because I don't crit. Right there, 120,000 with crits on the gas proc. 70k on the non-crits, 9k. But there are multiple gas procs, I think, overlapping each other, so there are a lot of numbers when they pass through. Okay, see that? It's not too bad. Interesting idea, making it viable without any buffing ability. The issue is, his showcase uses a buffing ability. I'm not even sure what's happening. Alright, let's try this Eximus unit. We hit him directly. And... oh wait, he's actually dying. Yeah, he's dead. Okay. Yeah. Well, I've seen what I need to see. So Divine, the actual build, even though you're using for some reason Empowered Quiver Ivara, which is not allowed, is pretty good. With Empowered Quiver Ivara, I want to say numbers here if I can. Am I gonna get copyrighted for the music? Oh, please don't tell me. 120k. Why is it no different? Anyways, so you didn't actually gain any more damage than I have, somehow. Even though you're using Ivara with Empowered Quiver. Honestly, I have no clue how you managed to do that, but hey, it's whatever, man. It's whatever. Bob King, what can I say? As you can see, this is way further into the actual series. We are currently on week 10, approaching week 10, and this video was done on week 7. Divine, I'm sorry that I missed your build, I didn't know it was there. Still originality of 6, because it's just a gas build for the Proboscis Cernos, with the actual kind of interesting part of it that you went for crit, which I do appreciate and I can appreciate it. Outside of the crit modes that are this, and you know, Spectral Observation for the actual Invis Frames plus your Riven mode, which would be probably Hammershot without Riven. Other than those, this is a pretty standardized Proboscis Cernos build because the meta for Proboscis Cernos is to go gas on it. So yeah, I mean, still nice, still interesting, and I'm still gonna give it originality of 6 and effectiveness of 8 because it kills and it kills pretty well. Actually, effectiveness even at 8.5. So it's still a good build. It wouldn't win. As you can see, this is a bit of a spoiler for all the scores here if you want to see who won directly and skip to their build. But in my opinion, all of the builds this week, except for, I don't know, maybe one, was pretty good. They were all pretty good. So yeah, sorry for this, but enjoy the rest of the video. I have no jokes, I cannot think of any right now. No gun buffs aside from Reinforced Bond and Tenacious Bond during the Acolyte section, without crit modes. Okay. So the first build we have is from Lulu, and it's a Proboscis Cernos utilizing Primary Crux and Gas Electric. Okay. Alvana's Aptitude is interesting because it doesn't work really, so maybe it's there for the status shuns. But on that note, if you want status shuns, you could have gone Hammershot instead. I don't know, it's weird. Let's see it. So she said no gun buffs aside from Reinforced Bond and Tenacious Bond during the Acolyte section without crit mods. Okay. It's gonna use Wisp with the first reservoir, so we don't get fire rate. And go with my Smita. Alright, so Crux, Gas Electric, I'm going Void. I think that's the best case that I can test it. See how it performs. Let's see. Alright, 5 Crux stacks from shooting it not many times. As I can see, it stacks primary Crux by staying on the heads of enemies, which is pretty good. Makavad is doing the funny. That makes it possible to maybe, if it lasts long enough, to give me a maxed out primary Crux spot when I shoot it. Not bad damage, honestly. Very decent. Kinda wish Lulu did something for the accuracy of the weapon because it's very inaccurate. Which means I can miss the headshot even though I'm dead on many times. Overall not bad. That moment. The Eximus unit, that's kinda what I want to see the most. So that's even with armor stripping. Not great. Not great, not great. It's decent, cool idea. Gas Electric. I think Gas Electric is kind of the default on it though, which is fairly bad in my opinion. Like, if I build a Proboscis Cernos, elemental damages will always be gas electric, so that's I think that's pretty bad. Overall, not bad. So Lulu, your build gets an originality of, I mean, it's mainly crux, nothing else. So 4, and effectiveness of 7, 7 out of 10. I think that's pretty fair. Right, Boru next. So Boru gives me a longbow sharpshot build with Bane of the Orokin and Blast Electric. Okay. This is a bit more interesting, definitely. Vigilante supplies unranked. Okay. Heavy caliber. Okay. Interesting. Heavy caliber is interesting. I like that. Longbow sharpshot. So sharpshot with heavy caliber. That's a bit weird. That's definitely a bit weird. We'll see how it will work. Hopefully I can hit the shots. That's how prime brain of the Orokin, though that leaves me to believe that I'm forced to go to the void. Oh, good salsa. Nice. You're going to the void, indeed. Not the void. The void is my favorite area in the game, to be honest. Wait, Sharpshot can proc anytime. Oh, wait, Sharpshot is kind of cooking in this weapon. It can proc anytime that you shoot the arrow, and it's very easy to proc. See, it proc there. Like, what the fuck? Wait, why is it proccing so easily? Okay, this is the first shot that it actually did not proc. That's very weird. $115k. Yeah, it's constantly proccing. What the fuck? Okay. Sharpshot is really fucking good on Proboscis Cernos, I guess. It's constantly proccing it. What can I say? It's just goated. It's just goated. Is the electrode of the minus accuracy somehow hitting the headshot? I have no idea, but it's constantly proccing headshot. Longbow sharpshot. Look at that again. It just hits. It just procs from nothing. So definitely way more damage than Lulu, and the sharpshot cookage is really nice. Always the Blood procs hit a bit harder, but they're not bad at all. Yeah. I like heavy caliber though, because it makes it so that it spreads to more areas and pulls more enemies in. It's really nice. I like this build. The tentacle ball have weird hitbox. I don't know, just, yeah, really fucking cool. Honestly. That's nice. So, Boru, your build gets an originality of 7.5 or 8? I think 8. Let me see, like 7.5. Still in the lead because, you know, effectiveness it will get a very cool 8.5. Maybe 9. Maybe I'll boost it to 9 if the rest of the builds can't replicate its damage, but my build is definitely up there in damage with Boris. I don't think mine gets the most out of the weapon, definitely, because we're doing build pioneers, obviously. This is the weirdest build you can do that actually works. So, very good. Good job, Boru. I think it gets any more original than that, to be honest. What, Boru's build? No, it can definitely get more original. Like, this my build, I can tell you, is like way more original than that. Next, okay, well, the important part is the simulate vigilante set in the arcane. Okay. Not bad. The arcane. Avenger, yeah. Okay, he wants me to proc Avenger. Has vigilante vigor. Okay, not bad. I can do that. In pursuit. Vigilante vigor in pursuit. Okay, I can do that on my Wisp, no problem. Pure heat. I'm Firestorm. What the wait? I'm Firestorm. Has aptitude again, which doesn't make much sense, but Prime Firestorm is interesting because it doesn't extend the range that your balls the infested balls have a specific range that they grab enemies from, and that doesn't get increased with Prime Firestorm actually. So we'll see. And he wants Avenger, which I will use and proc by putting Combat Discipline in. I want to say the damage. I don't think there will be any of the... My balls are not infested, yeah. Are the pets not allowed? It depends. If it's part of your setup, then they are allowed. But was your pet part of the setup? Assimilate will make Hound immortal as well. Hound, the mode provided is enough. Oh, you want me to use Synergize Prospectus directly? I mean, listen, I'll try it like this. If Synergize Prospectus makes it way different, we'll see. I think like this is enough, probably. Okay, we have some orange crits going on. Very nice. Yeah, not bad. That's nice. That's very nice. I think Hound is like overkill for this, not gonna lie. I don't think you need a Hound, especially for base step buff. Definitely good enough. Yeah, like this. Works really well for a pure heat setup, not gonna lie. And because of the interaction that we talked about before, it's kinda easy to stay on 10 stacks of primary crocs. The only reason I wasn't was because I stopped shooting to check the damage onto the Xmas units. Yeah, this is really cool. Like if I added the Hound would just do most of the work and it would take away from the weapon itself, so I'm not gonna use it. Or like where this is getting at. Sometimes the Kavat can do the funny, as you can see, so we're seeing millions of damages right there. It just keeps going. Very funny. Contagious Bone shenanigans. Pretty good. I like it. Primary Cracks is a bit weirder than Longbow Sharpshot. For some reason, I feel like Longbow Sharpshot is more consistent than this. Not bad though. Primary Cracks is good, so. There is something about Longbow Sharpshot that makes it more consistent. See, like, I'm losing Primary Cracks again here. Getting it all back, of course, because I'm getting one headshot into the Xmas, so that's instantly 10 stack, but... Yeah, I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. It's just a bit weird. On the Longbow Sharpshot, just broken constantly. It's just... yeah. Kinda insane. But this is nice. But so you had a primer Hound in order to get some value from galvanized aptitude, which makes sense. But overall, I think this is a very cool idea. The only thing I would change, because, you know, obviously running Hound is kind of making the Hound do most of the work, is I would allow for this to get off and replacing it with hammer shot. Because you're doing orange crits, right? Because you're doing orange crits, crit damage is actually really nice here. It would definitely boost its damage overall. You get the same status chance as Galvanized Aptitude, and you get an extra 6% critical damage. Because, you know, Aptitude doesn't work on the explosion, only the initial hit. Araikawa. Originality of 8. And effectiveness of 9. Maybe same as Boru, actually. Because both of them were good. 8.5. Next up, we have T-Rex. Vigilante set on companion 1 normal purple electric shards. Wait, what? You want me to use a purple shard? Guy's bending the rules. Okay, well, he has electric on his Proboscis Cernos already. Dexterity. He put us dexterity on his on this thing. And he also is missing one mod. Gigaman. The guy went IQD Cernos. This has no stacks whatsoever, by the way. Holy shit. No, I'm down. Without stacks and dexterity, I'm kinda down for this, not gonna lie. Critical delay, but no crit damage. What the f? Alright, this is my goat's build. What the hell? Alright, let's see. Does he have anything important? Holster ramp? Yeah, sure. An arcane rage. Okay. Vigorous swap. Set vigilante mods, so probably keeping these. We have a very interesting Proboscis Cernos for disruption. Obviously, the idea is, because it has no stacks, you can have this ready whenever you want in order to shoot at the enemy. And you will only need to headshot directly for the build to work. Well, I can test it on this guy. Ah. It did nothing. Obviously, it did nothing because no stacks of dexterity. Okay. We're on 6 dexterity stacks. Good to go. If this works, this is massive W. Okay. You didn't hear it, but I clapped. Clapped my hands. So, T-Rex. Originality 9. Effectiveness 8. I said 8. So you're in the lead, definitely. That is very interesting. I had high hopes until you said that. Oh man. Alright, Gashabae. Sard's 2 tau casting kind of important, so you just moderate whatever. Vigilante said Lavos does not buff status duration when built for 100% duration. You should be okay. Yeah, whatever. I mean, fractalize reset. Are we for real? Why though? Wait, it just gives reload. This is an arcane that gives reload speed. What the fuck? Wait. Let bro cook. I don't even have it. Its own ability cast gets reload speed. Anybody has this arcane? Gashabae, I can't believe you have the arcane. Sure, let's make the build and see what it is. A rank 4 Stormbringer as well. What the hell is happening here? Oh, that's because he has no capacity. Okay, I'll use the max one if I can. And weakness. For your kindness, I will provide with a hit gun ribbon. We both don't need this. Not Onos is insane. I could have given him the Onos ribbon, that's true. I'm never gonna use it probably because you have to. What that one challenge that requires you to kill like 12 fucking demos is like, what the hell? Killing 12 demos with Onos? We need the reloads. Dude, it's 5 seconds. I actually have to use Lavos. I can't go otherwise. Need levels for the universal ammo from his third. It's a spam fire build so you can upkeep the ammo. You can't upkeep the ammo otherwise. Really? You can't upkeep the ammo otherwise. Let me fix that. The side ammo work on this bow? Yes. Side ammo allows the bows to get infinite, basically all of your ammunition becomes silent ammunition. It's goated. Alright, let's spam this shit. Let's see. Since you're saying I can spam it, then I'll spam it. No worries. I got you. You weren't joking when you say it's running out of ammo very quickly without Lavos. I wanna ruin one of my Lavos builds for this, right? Well, it definitely kills my FPS, I can tell you that much. It's so... You know, with Vigilante I would be so much better with ammo. Not gonna lie. Overall it's nice, it's original, but... There's definitely issues here. I mean, without Lavos it doesn't hurt too bad. Fractalized, Fractalized is definitely an interesting choice. It doesn't do too bad so far. If only Fractalized wasn't like 5 fucking seconds, you know? See, over 100 kills per minute. Wait, that's actually not bad. Being real though, in terms of damage, it's not very good. It's only good because you can calm the hell out of it. And that lowers your FPS drastically. No, this is the build that you can use with Mirage to absolutely destroy your squad mates' frame rates. That's plus plus. It's also very low effort. Hold on. Okay. We said on bows on kind of poke though, good idea, yeah. Is there any bows that headshots that auto headshot? Because if so, this might cook on side. Auto headshot bow. No, there is none. You have to aim. Honestly, you know, this is definitely highest originality build, Gashabae, so we give originality 9. Actually, same as T-Rex, because, you know, T-Rex's build is a bit more interesting than this one, in my opinion. It was the dexterity, no stacking required disruption build that actually worked even without the shard that he posed, so that was really nice. Other than that, this is good. This is good. Originality 9 and effectiveness 7.5. I think he has the edge over your build, but Overall, very good submission. Very good submission. So, Squish, just in time. Add Divine Retribution for flavor. I will not add Divine Retribution. The god, becoming the god of thunder. I'm looking at the prime true-footed Neja. 5 primary purple swords with primary frostbite and a cold Nautilus. Oh, Skyoded. Larva? So wait, cold Nautilus, max range Skyoded because, you know, that. I don't have it. So we'll have to play with our Ordon plus Larva most of the time. Primary Frostbite. So Frostbite was the arcane that I went for as well, but I had cold on my build. He doesn't. He's using something else to get cold into his build, which is, you know, interesting, but yeah. Bit of a cheat, you know, you're cheating, man. He's using cold amphor from alchemy. I don't think he's doing that. Let's see. So I don't remember. Does he have? No, he doesn't have Bane of Grenier. Okay, so let's do Void once again. I forgot to get any type of grouping with Larva, but I don't think it matters too much. Because, as I said, Subsume's abilities are not allowed, so I can accept Larva. Skyoded was something, definitely. I sadly don't have it, but it could help. We'll see. I did fire it. I'm stupid. Let's see it, God of Thunder. Let's see it, Thor. I didn't even read... I was hoping the Talisman was gonna reset to the other one, but it didn't. Unlucky. Alright. I have Vigilante modes on this build, but I don't think it will matter too much. So he wants the Skyoded because after they are infused with electric procs, if you group them up with Skyoded or Larva, they are gonna multiply the electric procs basically, because electric is a bit of AoE, you know. That is the idea. Pretty decent. I like it. The amount of times Cordon is broken because of the bond mode is unreal, bro. That is so stupid. Not much submission this week, Sally. I mean, it was definitely more of a difficult submission this week. Might have also thrown people off that I haven't uploaded any of the build pioneers yet. Because I'm kind of bored, you know. But hey, it will make my job easier with editing it. I'm not complaining that much. I can see why people would also not submit a lot because they are bored of the game right now. That is also a good enough reason to not submit, because I know quite a few people, at least, that didn't submit because of that reason. There were some people that didn't submit because the weapon was something they didn't have and they didn't want to grind for. But yeah, overall, you know, still pretty cool. Overall, this build is decent. It sadly doesn't have as much damage as Gashabae's build, but it's definitely interesting. I like it. It has some weird recommendations, definitely like 5. How purple stars are a bit too much. But overall, it's nice. It's nice. So, Squish. Originality, this gets I think an 8, right? Let me check the build again. One sec. Yeah, 8. And effectiveness, 7 out of 10. Maybe. No, 7.5 out of 10. Same as Gashabae. Not bad though, not bad. So, T-Rex is so far winning. He hasn't won Build Pioneers yet,
So
but
instead of
what am I looking at?
just grabbing prey, they can also move objects, adjust their grip strength, and even explore the object. And that's why octopus limbs are called arms, not
I did not ask. Anyway, Moog said no damage buff ability. I respect this, so we're taking this suboptimal as Ivara. And we use this fucking Proboscis Cernos. Yes.
Alright. What is this? Pure Toxin Proboscis Cernos. You were mad because it skipped? Yeah, it fucked. We'll watch it, don't worry. I just wanted to see the build. I have like a submission here with actual voice. That's crazy.
Yes. Build it. Damage.
Whoa, what the hell?
This fucking sucks.
Oh. Okay. So it's bad. I get it. Looks good, Chief. I will abuse Avenger, I guess. Alright, well, let's see it, I guess. You said it sucks. I beg to differ. Well, let's see. Holy shit. Okay, Kavat is doing stuff though. It's saving it. Yeah, honestly, it's not too bad. I thought it would be worse, but definitely getting saved a bit by Arcane Avenger. Oh my god. Yeah. Is bro even using Crepuscular? Yes. I'm using Crepuscular on Wisp. Because of the way it works on Wisp, I can even proc it without having to worry about anything or pressing to. Not bad. Unironically, this is not bad at all. Imagine you find this build. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. Imagine you find this build on like a Overframe, and some guy says it's good with Siren. Like the old forever. That would have been peak. Alright, honestly, it's not bad. I don't mind. The toxin procs are actually like way better than what other people submitted. Also I have Kavat crit buff for orange crits, so this is cheating right now. Look at it. That is crazy. With Kavat orange crits, it's fucking nuts. 10 out of 10. Wait for Acolyte? I will not wait for the Acolyte, bro. I don't have a booster, so not waiting for the Acolyte. No point. Overall, the damage is nice on it, though. I don't mind it. See that? That's decent. Also, it will destroy the Scorpius Eximus because it's toxic, which is nice. Yo, this as an anti-corpus fucking Proboscis build, that would be pretty cool. Maybe. But yeah, I don't know. Overall, it's nice. I like it. Unironically. Oh my god. Okay, I kept the stacks. I thought I would lose the toxin stacks, the blight stacks. Nice. Not bad, Shinyuko. You get an originality of 8.5 and an effectiveness of 8. Not bad. A lot of people tied on second place this week, but one clear winner, which is the T-Rex build, which is a disruption Proboscis Cernos missing one mod that can actually work without stacking anything except primary dexterity, which is actually really fucking good. This is pretty goated, not gonna lie. Overall, I think all of the submissions this week, even though there were not many, they were good. So, before I reveal the next weapon, my own Proboscis Cernos build for Build Pioneers. What is going on here? Spikes Restoration, I forgot yet. So, the Raven mod is critical damage, multi-shot, and damage, plus recoil. This is a pretty goated Raven, honestly. But overall, as you can see, we have a Hunter Munitions build with a lot of crit damage, Elementalists, hold, and 0 crit chance. So what is going on? Well, obviously, we're abusing Avenger. And because we're abusing Avenger, we also have to abuse a bit of Vigilante set. Now, I sadly couldn't fit Vigilante supplies on my build. But just this is enough, thankfully. Obviously, with supplies, this would be better. I mean, in theory, I can, but that would be cheating. Because, you know, I can reformat this, but screw. Last one more time to Annie to showcase the build. This freaking tile set again. Right, you're gonna see something. So on Wisp, when you're jumping and you shoot, you lose Crepuscular Incineration, but until it explodes on its own, they come back. So yeah, you can in fact, yeah. Yeah. Pretty cool, no? Unironically, I was thinking of making this my main Proboscis Cernos build because it was really fucking good. And also, this happens sometimes with the Kavat. And I'm not sure why, but you know, it gets kind of funny with the Kavat. I got a bleed proc of 4 billion damage or something. Or 12, sorry, 12 billion damage. The 4 billion was a blast proc from myself. That's another story. Yeah, overall it's definitely something. Logo. Yeah. Dude, there is so much multi-shot, it's bugging out, by the way. I don't know if you can see it. I noticed that as well. There were like things flying to the ceiling all the time. You'll see it here easy. Ah, it didn't happen. Okay, wait. My idea was basically just go max multi-shots because I thought that was funny. But at the end of the day, I got a build with really high damage and some interesting stuff happening. Yeah. The larva is indeed eject. Yeah, it's just sometimes it just goes where it pleases. I can't do much about it. But the damage is there, and it's pretty good. Especially when Arcane Avenger is booked. They get the extra crits. Yeah, see that? Like, what the hell was that? What happened there? Why is everything stretched? Alternate fire starter build should be corrosive or viral. Viral or blast. Viral or blast. Holy shit. Like, it makes my game lag. It's so good though. It's really fucking good. Did you fit Severing Contagion on this? I tried. I think I tried. I'm not sure if it worked, but Severing Contagion for like companion primer build, that was really fucking cool. Yeah. So at the start, Ignis, I remember I did Severing Contagion here. And then I tried to do something interesting here, but then I changed to Hunter Munition Elementalist because I was like, wait, Hunter Munitions? There's no way someone is doing hunter munitions on this fucking weapon. You need to sentinel it, yeah. But it's overall, it's still really cool. Like overall, I still enjoyed doing this build and testing it a lot. And I'm like, yeah, this is absolutely goated. This was a really cool build. Obviously, the Riven is carrying a lot though. So I'm gonna make my screen disappear for a bit, and I will give you guys 3 to 4 weapons so you can choose for next week's build pioneers. All has begun. Good luck to everyone. The weapons that we chose have been the one and only Proboscis that I suspect it might win, the Sepulchrum, the Torrid without its Incarnon, so you have to use it. This is the primary fire. You can't use the Incarnon adapter for the extra stats and evolutions, but you can't use the Incarnon. And final one was the... Okay, like, have you not seen all the pokes builds already? That's what could make it interesting, definitely. But overall, I think because this week there is a 60, not 60, there is a 56% quota pokes. There is definitely, you know, stuff that can happen. Really? Okay. Hold up. Horrid non-incarnate. How people choose the boringest one SMH. Dude. I mean, I'm gonna be real. Horrid non-incarnate is pretty good. I don't know if you guys have tried it. It's multi-CO. I'm just saying. So, galvanized aptitude will be something we'll be saying a lot, but hey, I mean, we'll see. That is crazy. Horrid non-incarnate. Only pick because I do not want to form my bullshits. And Pokes' copy and paste works literally. You know, that's why Pokes is interesting. Because I think it works literally with everything. I just want to see how weird people can get with it in order to make use of it. Because we could see some interesting stuff. But hey, since Torrid is the winner, Torrid is the winner. So yeah, you guys have this guy. Oh my god, my incredible zero mods build works with Saturn. For people watching on YouTube in whenever this actually uploads, because I don't know anymore. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.